I've been hula hooping for 15 years. Not non-stop, so I do put it down, get on with my day, and then I pick it up once a day. But I've been doing this for the last 15 years. Why would this be exciting, right? Because most of the time what people want to see is what you can achieve in 7 days, or they want to see what you can achieve in 30 days. Who cares about 15 years, right? But for me, 15 years is a miracle, because when I started, I was overweight, really unfit. I was super not keen to exercise because it didn't feel comfortable because of my excess weight. And although before hula hooping I did try a couple of things, but I didn't carry on with any of those because they didn't really deliver any of the results I was hoping for. And hula hooping delivered the results I wanted, and that kept me going for 15 years. Well, this is not how I started. Many people think that, oh, babe, for you it's so easy, but believe it or not, this is not how I fell out of my mother. I started hooping in big, dark, baggy clothes because at the time I wanted to be as invisible as possible, and I used to hide every single time anyone pulled out a camera. That was my only sport, to run as fast as I could as soon as someone wanted to take pictures of me. But this is how I started. It didn't even want to stay up around my waist, and I was struggling, really unfit with this much coordination, like none. The results I got from hula hooping: 15 years ago I picked up a hula hoop, UK dress size 14. 6 months later I shrunk, dropped dress sizes to UK dress size 8. And 15 years after picking up my hula hoop, even though I had a baby and this year I'm 40 years old, I'm still UK dress size 8, but I feel fitter and healthier than ever before. Sure, during pregnancy I did not maintain my size. I got huge, but I got rewarded. After the 9 months, I had a gorgeous, healthy baby girl. People do ask me, how is it possible that in just 6 months I dropped so many dress sizes when they have been hula hooping every single day for the last 2 years for 20 minutes and nothing has changed for them? Well, I think the problem is that most people are just standing and just waist hula hooping and they don't want to do anything else. Whereas from the beginning, I was doing all sorts. I was learning different moves. I will talk about it later in this video, but I didn't want to develop any repetitive strain injuries that people normally do when they start a new exercise and they just keep repeating the same over and over again. And I was very much interested in full body well-being, joint health, mobility, lymphatic drainage, circulation, getting a firming, toning massage while working out, improving posture, increasing bone density in a super organic way just by exercise. And even though I'm not calorie counting or taking any sports supplements, any special monkey beans, I still have more lean muscle mass than I ever had in my life before. And if you've looked into it, gaining muscle mass is actually harder as we age. Still, I'm picking up more muscle and all I'm doing is hula hooping. I know for some I'm still fat, but for me, and compared to what I used to be like, I'm absolutely shredded and I'm happy and I'm enjoying life. Look, I make cakes, I have insane baking skills, I make cookies, cakes, biscuits and pies with my daughter. We do this as a craft activity. How could I resist, right? The reason why I started was back pain, so I just wanted to improve my quality of life. I am not saying I wanted to exercise because no, I never enjoyed exercise before starting hula hooping, but I didn't have time. And it's not like I was making up excuses. I was working a full-time job. On top of that, I used to study at university in London. For that, I had to commute from Hampshire. It's not that bad, but still a few hours of traveling. Every single time I had to show up for lectures. On top of that, of course, I had coursework, which again has got nothing to do with physical activity. People often ask, why did I not want to change my physique, or why did I not measure myself and take progress pictures? I didn't actually obsess about it. I didn't really care about that part because I didn't believe that I can change. Before hooping, I tried a couple of home workout videos, belly dancing and all these no equipment things. nothing made a difference. I tried to regulate what I ate, but from the time that I became a teenager, I never really was skinny or slim. So it's almost become part of my identity that I'm just big. So when I started hooping, I did not think that much can change in that area, but I did expect that my back should get better because of my studies. So I do hear sometimes ladies saying that before they got married, before they had kids, they were slim. I never had that. I know there's a huge pressure on people to look a certain way, and most people want to lose weight because they want to change what they look like. But I'm very lucky, I suppose, because I grew up in Eastern Europe, in Hungary. I was born and raised in a rural farming village. There was no Instagram, and people believed that you're still a nice person even if you don't have a six-pack. There's so many things about a person that can make that individual amazing, not just what they look like. And what we looked like has never really been a priority. I didn't even know how to apply makeup. I never used any makeup until I actually started hula hooping on stage. And these core values from my upbringing and our culture, I still believe in. Just having a six-pack or being size 0 doesn't make someone a really amazing person. What makes a person amazing, in my opinion, is if they respect others, if they are kind, if they are open-minded, if they are prepared to learn, if they are hardworking, if they look after their children and play with them and spend time together, if they are kind to nature and care about the environment. There's just so many ways we can bring value to this world, and to me, for that reason, just what someone looks like has never ever been that important. I never talk about it because no one asked, but why did I choose hooping? What is it that you can do if you do not even have time to go to the gym, you live in the countryside, there's not really a lot you can do, so you go online. That is when I looked on YouTube. I'm not sure how the universe loved me so much, but it offered me some videos that I may like, even though I was not ever looking for anything to do with hula hooping. Because if I went online, usually that was for my studies, for osteopathy, for bones and muscles, the stuff I love. And then on the side, I see a video recommended to me, and there was 2 young men hula hooping. This video you can still probably watch on YouTube. I will put the link below, but this is what inspired me to hula hoop, because I saw that, well, they are not wearing some expensive fitness clothing, so I don't even need to get changed. So that could be good because it saves time and money not having to buy a lot of sports gear. And they're doing it out in the street, so I don't need to go to the gym, right? That's amazing because I don't want to embarrass myself, because I was huge when I started and I didn't have any confidence whatsoever. So for me, the idea of going into a gym and people seeing me trying to exercise, it was devastating. I'm sorry. I really didn't feel good in my body. And to just see that you could do this on the street, but in my head that means you can do this in the garden or in the living room. This to me did not look like some strenuous suffering and tedious workout counting repetitions. It just looked fun, and in my head you had to start hula hooping at a very early age as a gymnast or something like that, because I've only seen hoops in the Olympics when it's the gymnasts performing their fantastic stunts, or professional circus performers. I've never seen anyone just having fun playing with a hula hoop as a grown-up. It made me think maybe it's okay that I never did gymnastics or anything as a child. I loved the playfulness of their moves and their expressions. It was priceless for me to watch. I was absolutely mesmerized. So it was Karis, I'm not sure if I say it right, who inspired me to try hula hooping. Of course, then I watched all the videos that I could find of Karis online. I was absolutely in love. It almost felt fantastic to watch, especially because I was all seized up from my sedentary lifestyle. What I saw Karis doing while hula hooping was not just a gorgeous and attractive dance, but also the way the hula hoop moved. I immediately saw what excited me the most and still excites me to this day is that the hula hoop gives you instant feedback. It's like a diagnostic tool. It amplifies your movement, so you can really diagnose your body if you have any imbalances. So if the hoop is at a wonky angle, if it's not doing what you want it to do, it will let you know. And to me, that was powerful because it's almost like someone is given a toy that is fun, that will, it will get them fit and shredded, but it will also fix any imbalances and any compensation issues, any weaknesses, any tightness that someone carries in their body. I knew that I have a lot of rubbish and problems and tightness issues with my body that I wanted to work on. Until I found hooping, I didn't actually have a way to deal with these in a fun way. Sure, people of all ages are recommended all kinds of exercises when they develop repetitive strain, overuse, injuries or aging, all kinds of problems that there's exercises for, and I was receiving the training to recommend these. But even I didn't want to do them because these exercises are proper boring and I couldn't see anyone doing them. But to try and play with a hula hoop, that's different. So I was super excited and pumped, ready for hula hooping to change my body. Not necessarily my shape, but how I feel in it, and I wanted to learn. Of course, at the start I was just waist hula hooping like everyone else, but very early on I developed an interest in learning tricks and making up my own tricks. And you could wonder, why is that so important? Well, if you spend enough time in a clinic environment and you see all the people who come with all their different injuries, and you meet a whole bunch of super lovely people who do keep fit and almost make you not want to exercise because they just keep doing the same over and over again. And that's how they just trash their bodies, completely ignoring their natural range of motion that they should be looking after, and just keep repeating like they do just running only. Or they just keep playing tennis only. Or they are just waist hula hooping only. Or they just keep doing yoga only and they are just stretching because they say they had a long day, they don't have the energy. So every time I picked up my hula hoop, it was almost like my mission to come up with so many different ways to use the joints, all of my joints, at their full range of motion. Not just one and not just trash it, but look after them all and love them all. And although initially it was just my back pain that I wanted to get rid of and I was enjoying better quality of life and that was my main interest, but sure as hell, it really helped with keeping fit and getting into a better shape. So much so that even though I had a baby over 8 years ago and I'm 40 this year, I'm in a better shape now than I was in my early 20s. So that's why I do so many tricks, not to make it difficult, but because it's good for us. Why did I carry on even trying? I was actually quite used to things in my life, everything not coming easy. I worked hard for everything, my education, my job, all my life. So for me, having to struggle and wrestle with a hula hoop was no news. I expected it to be hard. What I loved about hooping is it was my entrance into getting fit because I was so overweight, even just thinking about running made my knees hurt to bounce all my weight on my joints. And even though it could get me started because it was so gentle, by doing different moves and tricks, I can make it hard to still, after 15 years, give me a decent workout. And I don't even need to be working out for hours and hours, because sure, if someone does long distance running, for example, of course, initially it's all hard work, but then as you get fitter and fitter, you need to increase the intensity of your workout. And if you run, how can you keep achieving results? Well, you run for longer periods of time or you have to run faster. This is my problem with these low intensity, easy workouts, that you plateau very easily and then what? You're going to be doing the workout all day? I don't have all day. I unfortunately have extremely limited time around work, childcare and everything. I don't have time to go to a gym, but I do not even have a gym near me where I live at the moment, and half of the year we are covered in snow, so you need snowsuit and it's slippery. I don't like it, so I work out in the corner of the kitchen. I only hula hoop, but I include elements of course, flexibility and strength and power. I stimulate fast and slow twitch muscle fibers. I increase my balancing skills, pelvic floor health. All this in just one daily hoop workout in just a few minutes. With hooping, there's hundreds and thousands of ways to increase the intensity of your workout. So if you're more flexible or if you're getting fitter, still you can absolutely beast yourself in just a couple of minutes, believe it or not. If you are looking into hula hooping to lose weight or drop dress sizes, I would like to say that is under ambitious, because there's huge amounts of things that you can achieve with your hula hoop. Yes, you can drop the dress sizes as well, but your rewards will be beyond your imagination and they cannot be measured by a tape measure or on scales. Hooping can improve your quality of life, and if that's something you're interested in, I have book recommendations for you. Even if you never end up hula hooping with me and you don't want to support my work and buy my courses, still you may be interested in reading, and these two books I couldn't recommend highly enough. Outlive and Smart Moves. I will put the details below. They really help understanding how movement can improve quality of life mentally, physically and emotionally, how moving your body and using your brain at the same time and performing exercises can actually do a lot more than just earn you a cute six-pack. These are just some of the books that inspired the way I created my courses and classes and do my workouts. But sure, do start hooping, because it will change your life and you will absolutely fall in love with exercise. You will love your body, every single part of you, and your whole life will get a complete glow up. Are you excited to learn all about hula hooping and try the different moves and enjoy all the benefits that this gorgeous plastic ring can deliver? For a limited time now, my hooping studio has got a free trial, so you don't even have to put any payment details in, and you can have a look at all of the hundreds of sessions that I've created over the last few years, so you can already get your super fit and super exciting hula hooping chapter started. I can guide you from the basics, the absolute beginner moves, and gradually we can get you super fit. Or if you like, there's a super basic beginner workout here on YouTube. Pick your hoop up and give that a go.